about to get heated. I'm ranking the top 10 underrated units in all of toilet tower defense. Considering that there's like 100 units in toilet tower defense, there's a lot that don't ever get seen at all. So I figured I'd show some of the better units that just don't get touched at all into the limelight. If your favorite units on this list, make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button. Let's get controversial. Head on over to number 10. At number 10, I don't think it's controversial at all. If anything, people will probably say you should be placed higher. At number 10, I do in fact have the shield cameraman. As you can see, the shield cameraman maxes out 10,000 damage per second with a pretty small range. The reason why he's on the underrated list is because he cannot be stunned, so you can place him wherever, whenever, and he will be just fine because he can protect himself because he's a big boy with a big boy shield. But not only that, but his DPS surpasses that of 10,000 like it says because he deflects damage back at toilets. You're like, Hopeless, how is this not higher on the list? That's so good, he's so strong. Because he's a pay-to-win unit, and I wanted to try to limit the amount of exclusives on this list because we're also rating these units on accessibility and how many of them exist. For that reason, the shield cameraman is at number 10. Let's head on over to number 9. Coming in at number 9, supporting the cameraman army, is going to be the laser gun cameraman. The laser gun cameraman is just an overall solid unit. 1.55 million of them exist, and he maxes out at 7,500 damage per second. Not only to boot, but he has a pretty decent range of 30. It's not super far, but it gets the job done. But the most important thing about this man is he's relatively cheap, fully upgrade, pretty accessible, and I just don't ever see people use him, mainly because of his brother, the green laser camera. The green laser is always still in the spotlight, even when he's not in the video. He can't block one stun on his own, but his only downfall is the fact that he only is single attack. Nonetheless, he doesn't really get used at all or ever. He kind of just got overlooked as soon as he came in the game. And for that reason, it makes him underrated, which is why he's at number 9. Let's go to number 8. Yo! Coming in at number 8, the unit that people call the cheaper sinister cameraman, and debatably the best epic unit in all of toilet tower defense, is none other than the turkey cameraman himself. Broski's got a weird pencil sharpener shaped head, but he packs an absolute punch. While 2 million of them exist, he's very accessible. He does a max DPS of 15,000. That's literally more than the glitch cameraman. And he costs less. How absurd is that? He is literally better than a mythic, and he's an epic. Yes, he's extremely underrated. The sinister cam does a little bit more damage than him fully, but the turkey cameraman is cheaper to upgrade all the way, which is why people put him so high up on the epic tier list. He cannot block any stun protection whatsoever, but my guy knows how to do his job, and he does it, which is why he falls in at number. Time to move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7 on this list is a unit that's better than some legendary unit. It's gonna be the monster speaker. Sure, the monster speaker man might not do as much damage as some of the other units we've had on this list, but the monster speaker man is literally a rare unit. That's right, only a rare. My man maxes out at 2,000 damage per second, which doesn't sound like a lot, but he has a big AoE buff. We need to talk about that. It's not just about damage, guys. Sometimes the size matters. Either way, the monster speaker man is a Phantom unit. Phantom, it basically just means it's not in the series and Skibidi made it own. He's a 40% rarity unit with a max range of 20. Even though he might only max out at 2,000 damage per second, he's still a super valid unit to use, and you should consider using him on your team, especially as a rare. Let's move on to number 6. Coming in number 6, underrated on this list, is going to be the hardest unit to get out of all of these units. However, I still think he's underrated for what he's worth. It is going to be the Mr. Pizza Man, the Chef Boy. The My Name Chef is, in my opinion, one of the best splash units in the game, but he's more underutilized mainly because of his slowing capability. Having a unit that can max out at 18,000 damage per second, or 16,000 damage per second, have a range of 45, and do slowing to all toilets in the radius by half is a super strong unit. Yeah, sure, like I said, only a few thousand of them exist, so he's pretty freaking rare. But for what he's worth, I don't see him that often, and not enough people talk about him, and that is the reason I believe the Chef is the number 6 underrated unit. Let me know if you guys disagree. Either way, let's move on to number 5. All right, bring out the sirens for this one. I think this is gonna make some people upset. Coming in at number 5 for most underrated units, all of toilet tower defense, I do in fact have the Sinister Titan TV man. But hear me out. The reason why I have him at number 5 on the under isn't because I don't underutilize. It actually is kind of why he's here. Compared to other Titans, like the upgraded Titan Cinema Man and the Hyper Titan Speaker Man, I think the Sinister Titan TV Man really gets overlooked, especially considering he has his own slowdown capabilities. But since it doesn't say it on its unit, I think some people completely overlook the Sinister Titan TV Man with his snowballs has a 75% slowdown, and on things like endless mode, that makes the Sinister Titan TV Man, in my opinion, one of the best viable damage second units going down. I think in a duo combination, if you're not running the Sinister Titan TV Man, then you should be, and you probably could be making it to higher round. Either way, without further ado, let's move on to number coming in at underrated number 4. I think it's an absolute banger of a pick. It's gonna be none other than the highest damage unit himself, the Secret Agent. I know some of you are like, oh, Blitz, the Secret Agent sucks. Hear me out. If you have a team that isn't super high DPS, this Secret Agent can literally save. I mean, he doesn't have good DPS, sure, but his damage can max out at 200,000. So let's say you're on wave 30 of endless mode and you're doing 300,000 damage consistently, but you can't take out whatever boss is coming out of the conveyor belt at the time. You can place down the Secret Boy, and then you can sell him, and then you can place him again, and then guess what? His cooldown resets. You sell him, you place him down again, just like that, and then boom, his cooldown resets. Sell him, and then you place him down again, and then boom, his cooldown resets. Basically, every time you sell him and place him down, you're getting another 200,000 free damage, just like that. And for that reason, I don't ever really see him utilized in that way like he used. That's why I think the Secret Agent is super underrated. Let's move on to the top 3. All right, in the top 3, we have the Frost DJ Speaker Man, the Large Turkey Speaker Man, and what? The Titan Present Man? How is the Titan Present Man possibly in the top 3? That would be because the Titan Present Man is gonna lock himself at the 3rd place spot. And a lot of people are like, what do you mean? The reason why I think the Titan Present Man is on this list is because raise your hand right now if you have the Titan Present Man in your inventory. That's like 80% of the people watching this. There's 1 million that exists. 80% of you people have him, but how recent have you used him? Answer that question for me. How recent have you used him? Exactly. You don't use him anymore. And it's a unit that literally does 40,000 damage per second that does AoE and splash. He's a super strong unit. He's just not as strong as other Titans, which is what makes a unit underrated, is because it's good, it's valuable, it's strong. He has a present bomb that literally does 500,000 damage, but you don't care. But a boy, the Titan Cinema Man. That's why it's an underrated unit. You guys can disagree, but I am very happy with Titan Present Man at number 3. So obviously with the Titan Present Boy at number 3, that is gonna leave the Large Turkey Speaker Man and the Frost DJ Speaker Man at 1 and 2. But which one's 1 and which one's 2? So both of these units are cheap and viable units to literally solo Nightmare. With that being said, let's compare their stats. Direct, the Large Turkey Speaker Man is a max DPS of 9,000, the range 32. So it is the range of that of the DJ. As you can see right here, the Frost DJ has 50 range, but he has 4,000 DPS in total. So the Large Turkey Speaker Man does do double the damage, but the Frost DJ has basically double the range, and his bubble hits more area of effect than that of the Large Turkey Speaker Man. So which one's number 1 and which one's number 2? This is like 1A and 1B. I think on most people's list, some people would probably have the Large Speaker Man up, some people have the Frost DJ Speaker Man. But if you guys don't understand why these units are, it's because they are super strong, but you don't see them ton anymore, especially the Frost DJ because he's been nerfed twice, and you just don't see the Large Turkey Speaker Man because he just got overshadowed by a bunch of stronger legendary and mythic units as soon as they come out, which is what makes a unit rated. I hate to do this, but the Frost DJ Speaker Man is gonna be the number 2 unit. I know. He's my baby. He's my little boy. I love the Frost DJ. But in terms of being underrated, it's the Large Turkey Speaker Man. You never hear anyone talk about this. You don't see rated DJ Speaker Man. It's because I made a video with 100,000 views. Frost DJ Man soloing Nightmare. So he's a little less rated. So because of that video alone. With that being said, the Large Turkey Speaker Man can solo Nightmare mode fully on his own. A super strong unit and somewhat available. I think you could fleece someone for this unit. If you're just trying to solo Nightmare mode for cheap, cool, common, collect, I think the Large Turkey Speaker Man is gonna be the move. Let me know what you guys think about this list below. If this outro sounds weird, it's because my mic stand literally just broke, so I'm having to hold my mic with one hand while talking. Without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys click on all the videos that are coming up on the screen now and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully your favorite underrated unit came on here as well. Leave a comment down below what your favorite underrated unit is. Check out Hoplas 1 for anime related content. I'm trying my best to upload as much content as I can, but things have been quite difficult for me recently. Either way, without further ado, that is going to be all the time I have for you guys today, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye!